Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to film myself working on a little Dragon Ball Z project. It's a long form video just to let you know. You will see me starting this project from scratch. It's a study that I working on. So it's basically a video reference that I found on sakugaboru.com, and then yeah, just show you to show you the process on how I work with Blender Gross Pencil to reveal the backstage of all of everything that's happening in my head while I'm trying to work on something. So I hope you will like this type of video, and yeah, please enjoy. So anyway, let's start to import that reference that I'm talking about. So in object mode, Shift A, add image. So it's this one. All right. If you miss some of my click and pressing buttons, you have my screencast key over here. Okay. Anyway, so here my reference. I'm just going to press S to scale up. So right now I'm going to the settings. This is the fight scene. I'm just going to show you. So really quickly, this is the reference. So this move of Goku, that's what I'm going to record to recreate. Right now, the scene is on 24 frames per second, but I was surprised. The video file is on 60 FPS. Look like this. This is the real pace. But I'm going to set this to 24 frames because I'm usually work in the frame with that frame rate. I'm going to tweak my reference to really have like that portion that I want to study. So on the offset, I'm going to, yes, I want to start right here when I show Goku, and I believe it ends, yeah, at this pose. All right, it ends at frame 50. So I'm just going to change in frame. So I will study this. Pretty simple, pretty cool, pretty cool. I really liked it. And where to start? So I'm going to take the opacity. On def, I'm setting this to back 0.9. Maybe I don't really need to put the opacity, but I will see. Let's go back to the grease pencil object. So right now I don't need the fill for now because we're going to study a little bit the animation and start tracing or draw over. But first I'm just going to explain my plan because I usually try to understand the reference and then plan how I'm going to recreate this, because if you think that I'm just tracing over without uh, getting any interest of the animation, you're wrong. I'm usually try to understand the motion, how I can work efficiently with the tools that Blender provides. So right now, let me activate the auto lock inactive layer because we will work with different layers, and sometimes you kind of like work on the same layers the whole time and you realize that, oh damn, I didn't pay attention that much. All right, okay, so let's go to draw mode. So what I'm going to do first is to set the keyframes just to have an idea on how many keyframes this animation will take me to realize. With the arrow key, I'm just going to press on the right. So I'm just going to press Shift I and move forward, another one, move forward, another one. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So my plan is to try to work on the head first. Oh, let me change my pen. This one. I think I'm going to work with the head. All right, so basically that's the plan. Now if I press play now, and imagine that I'm drawing the first head right here, and then with just this only head, I'm just going to duplicate and interpolate. I will join with the head, you know? That's my first step. I think I'm going to work on the head, and if you watch closely the body and the feet, you can also work in that way too. The only things that will give me a little bit of tracing is the hand and the arms. I'm sorry if my English is really rough or harsh. I'm not a native English speaker, but I'm trying to do my best, and I hope it won't confuse you when I'm choosing my words, because it's the first time I'm trying to do a live some kind of live record myself. Just to let you know, guys, my challenge is to redo that with my mouse only. I won't use my tablet, just to show you that you also can work without the need of a tablet. But if you do have a tablet, that's awesome. Okay, I'm just going to use the draw tool and try and trace over to have Goku's head. I also activate my stabilize stroke to have some really good lines. I'm just going to move right here. The head is going down and then going forward, backwards. So it's kind of like a straight. So the head going down. Yeah, stop here. Just grab the head. Voila. Okay, I was here. I was into the sculpting phase. So I'm just going to sculpt Goku phase to match the reference. So, oh, I just make a mistake. So just to match the face to be sure that the interpolation will work. So alright, so I have the first head, so I'm just going to interpolate now to have this other head right here. Let's go. Yes, two heads. And then Goku, the head will go to the back. Place this one here, and I will have the fully head animated. I don't know if his mouse, no, the mouse still looks the same. I'm just going to, yeah, to readjust a little bit for this frame. Now, let's just animate it. Interpolation. It's time to interpolate. Let's go. See guys, see how quick you can do your own work. Yes, and we kind of have something interesting right now. Alright, so if I animate this, does it look similar? Yeah, it kind of works, man. It works. Just going to continue with, I think I'm gonna try to do the body and the feet. I think I'm gonna do one keyframe here, one keyframe here, and one keyframe here. I'm just going to reduce a little bit the opacity to, I don't want to be confused about the head stuff, and be sure that I'm doing the right thing. Okay, lines. Oh, this is going to be long. So basically what I'm doing right now is to take the drawing that I did for the body and move it to the second pose and use the edit tool and sculpt mode to reshape the lines to match the reference, and then do the same things for the other key poses to finally, after that, do the interpolation. Whew, that was something. Let's go! Let's go! It took me like an hour and 15 minutes from start to all the way here. So the next step was to duplicate this keyframe to do this keyframe. Okay, I have this. Okay, let's pray now that things will works. Yes, works okay to me. I'm trying to see how things match. It may not work as perfect. Just going to readjust a little bit. To explain you real quickly, guys, what I'm doing here is to interpolate the body, okay? So basically, I was thinking to only do the interpolation, but I realized while doing it, the some of the in betweens didn't match the reference. So I decided to do the interpolation and following with the editing and sculpting to really to be sure that the drawings really match the reference. So that's why it took me a little bit some time to come up with the result. Okay, that's not too bad. If I hide this, what is the... Try to turn this to black. How does it look? Oh, there's funky stuff here. I think I can fix this right now. Just going to... I think I'm just going to add the arms. Let's keep the body and let's focus on the arms. That's the first. I mean, that's the first arm. Yeah, it's better to do it. It's better to do it manually, guys. I'm just gonna trust the process. Okay, while I speed up this video, I'm just going to explain you a little bit more of what I'm trying to do right now. Basically, I'm just tracing Goku's arms because it's not worth to use interpolation right here. It won't work as efficient as using for the head and the body because the arms are so different. Every frame isn't the arms or have different position and will be hard to use the interpolation in this situation. So that's why tracing for me is the best option. All right. Okay. So there's still some details I have to add, like the nails, but for now, I'm just gonna check this out real quick. How does it look like? I think it's quite alright. I can probably start cleaning from here. Just going to reduce the opacity. I'm just going to start cleaning some part like this with the eraser. Yeah, that's sounds the better option. Since we're done with the drawing, the cleaning and erasing are pretty much something very chill to do. So just need to delete those lines, need to be deleted. And then if you need to add details, just do it right now. So right, for example, for me, I just realized that I need to add some extra details on the hands, like the nails and other lines around the hands. And yeah, I'm just try to be sure that everything is done for the drawings and be prepared for the next step, which is the coloring. Nice. It looks nice to me. Right now, I think I'm going to focus on the part of the head to remove. So we're pretty much done with the drawings. I was just like try to adjust some part of the drawing a little bit off and also clean some part that I also forgot to do. But for the overall, we pretty much do a good job so far with the interpolation and the tracing. And yeah, just need to finish to erase some lines on the face and let's move on to the coloring. I think we're good. I can merge everything. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Yeah, I think right now I'm going to merge all layers. pretty sure. Merge all. Merge all. Yes. And then I'm going to call. So what I'm going to do, because we're going to start coloring, I'm going to trace a line. I'm making a light on the multi-frame to make sure that same line is going to be on every drawing, like just to make sure that when I going to color the pens is going to fill properly. Just make sure it's over here right there to make sure that we have the correct colors. I always do antique yours like on the grid pencil and then move to the rendering and set the look on medium contrast. So I think that's the setting that I usually do for coloring. If I take this color, just for example, I'm just going to create a layer with empty. I call this fills, and this lines. Okay, make sure that I'm doing the auto lock to not make any mistake. So I believe if I color this, it should look, yeah, closely to this color. So if I'm picking another color, it should be fine because the quality, like there's like different type. If I have to stick with one color, and for that I think I'm going to create a new color palette and make sure to stick on the same colors. So first I'm just going to color with the, like, I don't know how to say, but the normal, the first pass, the first coat, and then I will come back with the second coat. That's the plan. So let's go. All right, so we have this so far. For the shadows, I think I'm going to trace the separation, and for that I'm going to create a duplicate empty keyframes and set this above, and from there, I mean, how do you call this? Cell shading, maybe shading. Um, I'm going to use this material already created, and because it's tracing square, I believe it tracing. Yeah, I'm just going to change this to lines, turn this green so I can clearly see what I'm doing. So I'm going to trace all of that. Just going to check. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that manually. Oh man, this is how it's gonna look like. I think it's not that bad, isn't it? I'll keep working that way. Oh, I just realized something. I forgot to add the nail. Damn, and then there is the background. So how I'm going to do that background, man? I'm in Photoshop right now, and the idea about the background is that I won't create the background. I'm going to get it from the actual reference, and what I did is I took few screenshots of the same scene just to get as most part of the background beside. So by removing Goku, I can have some part of the background, and from the other shot, same things. I'm just trying to overlay, like I believe I took 4 screenshots of the same scene, with the background. And then removing Goku, and it gives me some kind of complete background, and still have some part of the background that I have to fill in with the stem tool on Photoshop. I can try to replicate and recreate some part of the background that is still missing. It wasn't a lot to recreate, so I basically had a complete clean background for that, and then I just export it to Blender. Okay, so what I want to do is to create the background. So for that, I would like to recreate some kind of fake. Now we can do just something simple, an image plane at the back, image mesh plane, or then oh, just need to origin. Because I don't want the background to be stretched. Just going to set up like this and see if I'm not going to push this a little bit back at the back. Let me check the shader. I'll have to check the shader real quick. Principal BSDF, no, I want emission, then image texture. Yeah, it should be alright. I'm closest, and I should be alright if because I'm going to do some composition. I really want to put the background on another scene. So yeah, let's do that. I'm just going to full copy, call this background, and I'm going to hide. I think I can delete this and this, keep the background, go back to the scene, and this background, I can hide this background. Okay, now it's going to be like this. Then I'm going to the Compositing tab, activate the composite nodes. Now I have this layer, the scene layer. It's supposed to show only Goku. Yep. I'm going to add a viewer node to see in real time. Another render layer. This is why I'm, oh shit, no. Another render layer, and I'm just set this to background, add a mix alpha over, set this like that. I'm pretty sure if I render this, oh, because I have to go there. Okay, now if I go back to the scene, yeah, Alright, so I have both of these. I would like to try something. So to summarize this part, it's a bunch of trials and errors. What I was looking for in terms of compositing is to reach this kind of 90 anime aesthetic retro style, and this is why I create two scenes to make the character and the background independent, and then merge them together. I mean, merge or compose together inside the compositing tab, and from there really have some this independence between background and character, so I can really put some type of filter only on the character and another filter on the background to make sure that we have different settings and get at the end some kind of contrast, and probably uh, try to being close to the result that I wanted. And I think I'm not I'm not really sure that I reach it, but I tend to be as close as I could. So I would just put you the picture of the final setting nodes, so you guys can really have uh, an overall view on what I said and what the setting that I used. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it, guys. That's the end. We have everything. Now I'm just going to export my scene. So go to the output, export this on MPEG. On encoding, I'm just going to choose H264 MP4. At the very end, I was still like thinking if I have to set my scene in 60 frames per second on 24 frames per second. And what I figured out is the actual scene that I work on, I had to set it in 60 FPS to really match the same speed as the reference. So if I had to work in 24 frames per second, I will need to tweak the spacing of my keyframes and how to say, and then uh, reduce the spacing to reach that same speed as the 60 FPS. So I was still not sure if I have to export in 60 or 24 frames per second. I just finally decide, oh, I would just render this project on 60, and yeah, no more talk. And voila, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys like the long form, because I usually do tutorials. Let me know what you think in the comment. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, and thank you again. Until next time, peace.